Hey race fans, welcome into the preview show here in Studio 3. I am Alex Weaver, joined by Alan Cavanna. And AC, we mentioned last week, we are in the middle of short track season for the NASCAR Cup Series, and this time it's the paperclip of Martinsville on Saturday night under the lights. It's going to be wild, but can it be what we expected from Richmond? Is that going to be in turn this Saturday night?
Yeah, short track season still here. Look, obviously Richmond is short track, Martinsville is short track. Two different animals though. Martinsville shorter, tighter, only those 400 laps like we were talking about. Under the lights, going to be a different animal. Remember what we saw in Richmond, those long green flag runs? I don't expect that at Martinsville. The two races last year at Martinsville, 15 cautions apiece. So we'll see a little more beating and banging. We'll see more restarts, a different sort of race. And let's think about those next-gen cars at Martinsville. Those bodies can take a beating. Those brakes can go in further when those drivers are trying to get into the corners and stuff. So it's going to be a completely different version of Martinsville than we've seen in the past. That's what I'm really excited for.
I'm really excited not only for the hot dogs, but also we tend to leave Martinsville with a little bit of hurt feelings. So I'm all for it. Well, one hurt feeling that we don't have to worry about is Denny Hamlin, and that's because he locked into the NASCAR playoffs, depending on how many winners we get. But he kicked off the short track season with a win at Richmond in his home state track. Will the Gibbs Racing teams show up again at Martinsville?
I would expect so. It's still short track season, right? But look, Martinsville, again, as we said, a different type of animal, but Kyle Busch, great at Martinsville. Martin Truex Jr., we know, great at Martinsville. Denny Hamlin as well. So I think they can show up, and they will at a short track like this. But it's important for them because Martinsville is in the playoffs. And when they come back here again, Martinsville will mean a ticket to Phoenix. That's why it's so important for those Toyotas to show up. One of the Toyota officials said, look, we were embarrassed in Phoenix. We only had one car in the top 10 at Phoenix. That's where you win a championship. So when they come back to another playoff track like Martinsville, they have to show up.
Yeah, Martinsville will be important later in the year. Well, the Fords have struggled at short tracks in the last recent seasons. What can they do to maybe rebound and kick things off on the right track on Saturday?
Yeah, I was surprised by that stat. The last 7 short track races, no Ford in victory lane. We're talking Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick's of the world. That really surprised me. I do think they show up this weekend because it is the next generation, right? The next gen car. We saw them do well. Harvick was right there at Richmond. So I think that sort of bad history, that bad vibe, the short tracks we've seen from the Fords lately, that's out of here. I think they show up at Martinsville.
All right, well, you might have just teased my pick a little bit. I heard the name there. All right, Saturday night, under the lights, paperclip action. It's going to be awesome at Martinsville. There can only be one, though. Who's in victory lane for you? I'm
going with a first-time Martinsville winner, the point leader, Ryan Blaney.
Oh, good pick, good pick.
Blaney.
Showed a lot of speed in the 12. You're going with the Ford. Interesting. I'm going with the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
Wow.
I liked the speed at Richmond. I liked the aggression. He ended the race saying he would have taken a swipe, and all for it.
I can't wait. Saturday night swipe.
Yeah, we love to see it. Make sure and tune in to the NASCAR Cup Series racing this Saturday night at Martinsville. It's the paperclip under the lights, and you're not going to want to miss it. It comes on 7:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1, and Alan and I will see you right back here next week in the preview show.